Hey guys, Frostwall Main here, and today I want to discuss Molten Blast and this cool little package I've been working on. Full disclosure, I'm literally just getting the maps of the character, so I'm not going to be including a Mobalytics link or a guide or anything because it would essentially be bait. Because I'm literally working through it as I go and just kind of figuring it out as I go. So, anyways, without further ado, the reason I am building this character is I've been trying to find playable mace skills, and this one seems pretty cool, and I found a really cool interaction with Molten Blast for single target. So, Molten Blast inherently shotguns, which makes sense because it's like it creates a projectile that explodes into smaller projectiles, and those can hit the same enemy. It kind of works like a tac fireball. But anyways, if it can shotgun, I was thinking like, well, maybe if you fork and use a filter, that will double your hit count, and it does. So, and by filter I mean something like Frost Wall, Shield Wall, an enemy, a boss, or something to like filter the main projectile through. See, I am a Deadeye, so I have one additional projectile here, but see, I'm attacking with two, but if I use something like Frostwall, literally over doubling the number of projectiles I get created because, just to get this out of the way, you can get additional projectiles from forking in this game, which is really cool. Like you can get 20% from jewels, and I have 5 jewels, and then I have like 100% here. So I have essentially like 2 additional, potentially, on top of the normal projectile from forking. But long story short, if you use a filter, you can essentially double your hits on Molten Blast for single target. And while that's not always going to be necessary because it's like if they're near a wall or near a boss or your damage is good enough, it doesn't matter anyway. It's just anytime you get to scale your clear and your single target off the same like vector, it's pretty cool. So that's what I thought was worth building around, and that's what this character is. Other cool interactions I found is I've been really trying to find a way to use this weapon. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's pretty difficult right now with the current balance of maces to not use Giant's Blood because you just really don't have that much damage because the mace skills are pretty undertuned. But this weapon is insanely powerful. It's just really hard to actually cap this because you need to hit a boss 25 times in 6 seconds to actually cap this. And with, I think, like all skills, honestly, for maces at least, you can't really do that. Except for Molten Blast, because it hits a shit ton, as I've been discussing, and we have a ton of attack speed. But the other weird interaction I found, and we don't need to do this here because we already hit so much, but Frostwall, on top of like giving you Valor for like your banner kills and stuff, like by killing it, so this creates like 25 hittable enemies. So as you can see here, this is our max lightning damage right now is 467. But with Frostwall, you get this like capped up pretty highly. It's actually a lot less than it normally is. I don't know. It's probably just like getting cut off because we're in a weird like hallway or whatever. But anyways, like I was saying, we don't need to do that because the skill already hits so much. So essentially, we get to take advantage of this weapon, which is awesome because then we get to use an offhand. I am not using an offhand because I didn't have one in my inventory when I hit level 65, so I just took this. But I will definitely be using either a shield offhand or a scepter or something like that. This was just as I literally don't have something to put in my offhand when I put this weapon on, because it needed to be level 65 to do it, and we just hit that. So anyways, what's really cool about this is since it is all maximum lightning damage, as you can see just from here as I can show you, when you hit this, it's not actually increasing your lower bound. It's literally just increasing your max. And damage is lucky, which is on the tree, by the way, right here. Lightning damage with non-crits is lucky, since this is maces are in general like terrible crit outside of a few uniques. And since our max range is crazy high, this ends up being about, I think it's like 30 or 33% more damage. If your maximum is like close to 1 and your minimum is close to 1, your maximum is like your literal maximum. So essentially, between all these mechanics, I think there's a pretty cool little shell here. I don't know exactly how good it is because, again, I literally haven't started mapping yet, but I thought it was cool enough that I wanted to share with you guys in case anybody else wanted to investigate further or use this in some other location, or like in some other way. I can quickly do a showcase of, I'm going to do a quick showcase of like fighting this boss just to see, assuming the damage is good, even though like we have like leveling gear and all this stuff and our tree is kind of a mess, but I'm figuring it out as I go. But at the end of the video, I will be including, or not including, I'm just going to show you guys how to like actually test your hit count because I think it's pretty useful and it's pretty easy to do in PoE 2 in case you guys are unsure and you want to see like how good a skill is or how many times it hits just to get an accurate estimate of your DPS. So let's go fight the bossy poo. I think I have like heralds and stuff. Yeah, not going to help our single target, but I think our damage should be good enough just because, like I was saying, all the mechanics I was talking about. See, it's like normally if you can like, I mean, honestly, you're probably supposed to get like knockback or something to just bang people. See, like right there, he's like bang him into a wall like that, because you just get so many more hits because it's just all gonna fragment on top of them. Yeah, actually, man, knockback actually sounds kind of sick. I haven't really tested knockback much in this game to know if you can, because in PoE 1 you can't knock back bosses, but I assume you can here because it lets you freeze them and stuff. I don't know. I'll mess around with that. That sounds kind of sick, huh? Okay. Sorry, sidetracking. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the hit count thing I was talking about, if you ever do want to like actually test something like that, it's pretty simple. I'm not going to showcase it because I don't want to lose my instance because I need to go kill this boss and actually get to maps and then get to bed because holy crap, it's like late as shit for me. Anyways, I would say go to Act 4 so that the boss has enough HP. You can do it in Act 1. It's just she's going to be so squishy you're going to kill her like instantly with anything. But if you go to Act 4, get a ZDPS weapon or a really low level spell that you want to like test the hit count for. Go to Grellwood and then go back into Clearfell, like control click to create a new instance. And then the boss is going to be immediately to the left of that. And then when you go fight her, just get a little bit of chaos damage on your spell or your attack, and then use Withering Touch. Hit the boss, and then above them, you're going to see Wither stacks, which will show you how many times you actually hit them. And again, you want to have your damage be pretty low so you don't actually kill them, so you can just like constantly test it to actually see. And if you have other sources of like gaining Wither, make sure to put Brutality on like other skills that are potentially hitting them. Like if we're using Frostwall and we had sources of Wither, you just link it with Brutality so that it can't get Wither stacks, so it can't deal chaos damage. But that's like pretty painless, honestly, in this game compared to how you do in PoE 1 because you have to use like self-poison and all that stuff with like Golden Rule and all that jazz. But anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to discuss this. Hopefully you guys see me making a follow-up video because this build just like works out and it's the best and it's really sick. If you don't see a video, I'm going to be really sad, at least because that means this build flopped. But I think the mechanics are cool regardless of whether it works out or not, and I wanted to share them. So if you guys have any questions or any other cool ideas to try, please let me know. But I think that's it. So poops in, butts out.